Hi, my name is Aderinsola AJAO, AJAO for short, and I work with the Goethe Institute in Nigeria. I'm here representing the Lagos Film Society, which is a project supported by the Goethe Institute. The Lagos Film Society is a cine club in Lagos, screening mostly art house films. We do retrospectives and stuff. So the final goal for us is to establish Nigeria's first art house cinema, because there's no art house cinema in Lagos. So when I heard about this and being told that it's probably the best place where you can get any form of information on art house cinema management, it seemed the right thing to do. So coming here, I tried not to have any expectations, considering that it's something new to me and to the group I work with. And I can say that I was pleasantly surprised by everything I've learned in the past 5 days. It's really great. Well, yes, in terms of distribution, programming, because we had a wide range of programming sessions on programming classics, programming for young audiences, and as well the case for audience development, because that's one of the problems we have. Most of the cinemas we have, all of the cinemas we have are commercial cinemas. They show mostly Hollywood films and international blockbusters. So we've not been able to identify an audience for the kind of films that we show. So the audience development sessions have been very, very helpful in terms of techniques and tactics to use to bring the crowd for the art house cinema together, because we realized there is a crowd in Lagos. We just need to find methods to bring them to our venue for the screenings. So that has been great. A number of good ones have been shown in the cinemas. A number of them with higher quality production and sometimes better storytelling. Those ones have made it into the cinema in the past 3-4 years, because at some point we had no cinemas. Most of the ones that were existing closed down, and then in 2004 some new ones came up. So like 5 years afterwards, they have now been showing Nigerian films as well. So yes, there's a lot of films being produced, but not all of them are of a quality where they can be shown in cinema. So you still have a huge number of them going straight to DVD. Most people assume that the Nigerian film industry started in the late 80s or early 90s with Nollywood, but that is not so. The Nigerian film industry dates back to probably the late 30s, even before independence. So part of the things that are happening now, especially with the Lagos Film Society, is to try and rediscover archives of Nigerian films that have not been shown to the public. Some of these films exist with the National Film Institute and in private collections as well. So LFS, for example, has a reimagining Nollywood project. It's a memory and archives project where the idea is to let people know that Nigerian film did not start with Nollywood. It did not start in the 90s, although Nollywood has become kind of the face for Nigerian film, but it is not the national cinema. I can't say exactly if there is, but Nollywood is not the national cinema. And luckily enough, there have been a number of other productions now that are not exactly in the Nollywood style, because Nollywood evolved out of an economic situation where there was no government funding, and then people no longer went to the cinemas. The cinemas had, they had, in a sense, their services were reduced in a sense, so most people didn't go out to watch films anymore. It was easier and, in a sense, maybe safer for some of them to buy those films and watch at home or to watch on TV. So the cinemas went into a decline, and then home video production went on a huge rise. So it was easy then for anyone who had some money to just pull a script together and a team and get a film out in less than a week. So now, because a number of film producers and filmmakers are looking towards breaking into the international market and competing probably with some of the best films out there, production standards have improved, narrative has as well improved. So Nollywood still exists, but it's evolving as the whole Nigerian film industry itself is evolving. Same for the TV series, and same for distribution frameworks as well. Distribution could be much better, especially in the face of piracy, but Nollywood is progressing, and the Nigerian film itself is getting better. Mokolo is an online platform for African film. It's why we founded it was, in a sense, to create a single database for information on African film, on not just film, actually, multimedia and transvisual, all forms of visual expression in Africa. So It was founded in 2011 with support from the Goethe Institute, and now it's been registered for close to 2 years. They have 4 offices in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and Cameroon. So the idea behind establishing Mokolo was that there wasn't a single place where you could find information on African film. You could go to different websites and all, but the idea for Mokolo is to give it like one home. So it's like the central place where you can find all of your information on anything regarding movie productions, TV productions, music videos. And apart from that, it also has a contact database. We are building a contact database where if, for example, you want to shoot a film or TV series in Africa and you don't know who to contact, there will be a list of professionals who do these things or who could act as fixers or line producers or location managers for you or production managers that you can contact. And it's also going to be a place where you can read news about the industry, reviews, events, business deals, and all of that. So it's like a central home for all forms of information regarding African audiovisual and multimedia productions. We show films from everywhere because the idea for us is to broaden the knowledge of people who want to see films. If they rely on the existing cinemas alone, they don't have a broad spectrum of films produced worldwide. So the idea for us at the Lagos Film Society is to program most of these films that are not mainstream, that you would hardly ever get to see in Nigeria or in Nigerian cinemas. So we work with some partners on the continent and some outside the continent to show international films and other films from Africa that are different from the commercial films you would see everywhere. Funny enough, it's the same audience that watch the commercial films, but people who need something different. And then we have those as well who would not watch any of those commercial films and are seeking something entirely different. So we have them at our programs regularly. They would never go to see a Hollywood film in a cinema or a film that they feel, okay, no, there's too much noise about this film. We want to see something different. So yeah. We've identified 2 partners as well now who also show art house films in Lagos, not cinemas as well, but cine clubs. So we are trying to develop a network of art house exhibitors, and we send out our information across the same level. So we use social media, Facebook, Twitter, and then because we are supported by the Goethe Institute as well, they send out all the information about the screenings through their online newsletters, through SMSs, using mobile technology, and we use a number of other similar mailing lists to spread out the information. For the ones that want to show in cinemas or want to do huge premieres, it's a lot. Because sometimes the fees to rent the cinemas for the premiere is in the range of, if you would convert, say, 300 to 500,000 naira to euros, it's in that range to rent the cinema. So it's huge because they're going to do press previews, do pamphlets and stuff. So there's one particular example I can give, and I know the producer spends close to 1 million naira for the publicity, which if we could break it down, it would be about 5,000, almost 5,000 euros for the marketing.